Hey guys, I'm growing microgreens in my rice garden this time. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. So I am super excited about this video. I feel like I say that a lot, but you know, I love gardening. Gardening makes me good. I love it. So anywho, you may remember that my last video I just did was microgreens, but it was in an arrow garden. I believe it was in the harvest. I can't remember which one it was, but I did that one, and then on my Instagram page you'll see where I've done other microgreens before, but I am like really amped about this particular one, just because you guys know I'm a Rise Gardens fangirl. But even aside from that, the one thing that you will see here is that it is very different from your typical microgreen flats. Like, you know, typically you'll see like these long sheets of flats, or you know, maybe like little squares or something where you have a considerable amount, or again, like with the last video, you'll see that there was like, you know, these little trays and then it's bigger. But these here, I can pull it out, are tiny, and they're almost like individual sizes. And look at, cool, you can even see the roots. Like even with that little bit, it's like you can even, these roots are like really amazing. But again, I love this version so much better because I like the fact that, I don't know about you guys, but when I grow microgreens, after the third or fourth time of using them, I'm like, okay, kind of done with smoothies for this time around, and, or, you know, how can I decorate any more of my dishes, you know, especially around the holidays. You can try to make your dishes look a little fancy by adding them as a little accent, or even into your foods, like the broccoli. So I've got a broccoli microgreen here, back there, that's really good, and a salad, or I've made it in pastas. You can fancy up your cheddar broccoli soups. I've also done avocado toast, which the Kohlrabi, or Kohlrabi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but that was really good on that. And sometimes even the colors make your dishes look a lot prettier, especially if you have greens or just, you know, different things like that. But again, my whole point in this is that I don't have a full tray per se of strictly microgreens. I can do them individually, which is awesome. So I'm going to start off with talking about the different types. So my Rise Gardens has been selling these for about a couple months now, so I'm a little behind the curve. I did post them on my Instagram page that I had gotten them a few months back, and then I just kind of like I had a backlog of things to do, and I think I had herbs in here at the time, so I wasn't really ready to get started. But so anyways, so I'm here now, better late than never. So they come in bigger boxes like this, as opposed to like the small boxes where you only get the 4 pods in here. So this is typically what it looks like for a regular plants that you're gonna grow. Like this is a salad mix, so you know, and here you're probably gonna have about like maybe 3 or 4, maybe more. I don't really know how many they put in here, but you don't want a critical mass like you do when you're doing microgreens. So it's only going to have a handful in there. But for microgreens, you're going to want to have a lot. And that was one question I did get from someone on Instagram who said the seeds were spilling, they weren't spilling out, but it was tons of seeds in them. And I'll just open it instead of just talking about it. There were tons of seeds. And she was like, is that normal? Is that supposed to be that way? And the answer is yes, you do want it that way, because again, microgreens, you want them dense, because these are literally ready to harvest and past the time of harvesting. So you want them to be like this. And so as I'm peeling this off, so you'll see the foil here. You're gonna want to peel that whole foil rim off. You can literally just gently dig your nail in it or whatever. Even if you don't have nails, it's fine. And I'm gonna try to like show you, or zoom in as best I can without them falling out, that you definitely want a ton. So if you see a lot of them in there like that, that is how it's supposed to be. So you're gonna do that, then you'll put them in their pod. I don't have any spare pods currently, but you'll do it in the net cup, just like this, like that, and then you'll want to put them into your nursery. And here's an example of some here. These are, again, the purple Kohlrabi, and they look great. These are ready to harvest. They look awesome. Nice purple stems, really, really pretty. They're very dense. This has a nice light flavor. Like I said, I did this on an avocado toast. It was pretty good. You can theoretically put it in a smoothie. And one really, really cool thing that I love about microgreens, as I've mentioned before, that if you think just like, they're so dense, but if I could just point out one, just literally one guy here will grow a Kohlrabi, but whatever nutrients that are packed into that one, you're gonna get even that much more in this one here. Because here at this stage, this is what we call the cotyledon stage, where your seeds are growing, or your seedlings are growing, and these are not yet what they're called the first true leaves. So these are the cotyledons, and this here is what feeds the plant. So at this stage, if it was not microgreens and it was just a regular veggie that we were growing, you won't need the nutrients just yet. So like oftentimes when you're setting up your garden for the first time or doing a new garden, you'll see like a couple weeks go by, like even after you move them into the nursery, that you're like, it's not telling me to do any nutrients just yet, because they have all the nutrients they need. And here, you're gonna get up to, I've seen different numbers, I've seen 10 times, 20 times, 30 times the amount of nutrients from their adult counterpart. So it's amazing, like the amount of nutrient density that you're gonna get. These are like superfoods, I guess, so to speak. So they're great. Another reason why I like them. And they're very quick to grow. So this is about a good week, if that, of growth. So, if you're looking for broccoli, oh my gosh, that's gonna take forever. But if you're looking to just use microgreens, you're gonna plant them, let them grow, and then they're just gonna be ready for you to use the following week. You can also do like a succession planting. So like maybe this one, and I should have done that. That would be a cool video to probably do. But like say this one is day 1, 3 days later, plant this one, another 3 days later, do this, and then so forth. And then each day, like you'll be able to have enough for your smoothies, if you're a big smoothie drinker, salad, if you like to add a lot of veggies to your salad. Again, it's the amount of nutrients are just amazing. So you're just gonna get a lot more bang for your buck. So anywho, so I've already talked about the Kohlrabi. We also have the rainbow radish, and this is kind of like what it looks like when you get this. So as you can see, I've already used a few pods. You're gonna get 12 pods in here, in each. And again, the thing that I love about it is that I'm not wasting these. Like, if I just had the whole bag of seeds, I've got to spread them out, figure out, oh, how much do I want? How much am I gonna use? I think I saw somewhere on the website that this is enough for like a sandwich, or again, any type of dish that you're wanting to put it in. You can put it in a salad, you can put it in over pasta, I like that a lot, in your soups, and it's great. So again, you don't waste these. And a lot of people say, oh, but they're so small, it's not enough. If you're a microgreen person, then I think you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, it's not something that you're literally using every single day, and they don't last very long either. These are, and what I mean by they don't last very long is that they don't stay very long. They'll stay maybe about a good 5 days or so in the fridge. Like, I put them in a bit of Tupperware or keep them in the fridge. But even this here, like, I haven't done that with this. I've just let it sit in the water, and they do pretty well. So I'm kind of digging that. So again, so we've got the broccoli, the purple Kohlrabi, the rainbow radish, or the, is that rainbow radish or the red rainbow radish? Broccoli there. Oh, and lemon basil, yeah. The lemon basil, as you can see, I probably should have showed you this first, because this is what it all looks like. I haven't used any of my lemon basil, but I'm excited to actually start to try that, because I might even just put it in tea. You guys know I love tea. So yeah, this would probably be good in a tea, or ooh, even over salmon. Like, I love lemon pepper salmon. So lemon pepper salmon, sprinkle this on as a garnish, and just eat it up with the salmon. I can only imagine that that's gonna be great. As you can see, they store perfectly You can put it on a shelf anywhere. You can put it in your family if you have a family raised garden. It's a great option. And I think somebody asked me about just starting them in here. Like, you can start them in your personal garden instead of just using your nursery. The only thing I will say is that the benefit of using the nursery is that you've got this dome here, because that'll create the humidity and the warmth to get the seeds going. If you don't, they will still grow. They will still sprout. That's what nature does, and it's fine. But if you know you're gonna do a critical mass, you can definitely put them all in there and you have the space. I say go ahead, go for it. Otherwise, you start them in here, take the dome off once you start to see them beginning to sprout, and they're ready to harvest and use in any dish of your choosing. Another cool thing that you can do is mix and match them. So they come in like, oops, I'm spelling, sorry. There's like 4 different flavors, if you will. So you can do 4 different flavors in it and just like do it like as a sampler if you want. That would be nice and fun, and just say, hey, what are we gonna try to cook with? The possibilities are endless. Again, I love the spacing of the lights because as you know, with microgreens, you want them to become what's called leggy. This is leggy, where the stems stretch higher. Now, if this was just me growing them just in my garden, that I'm trying to grow in my garden, I don't want the stems to be leggy like that because I want them to be supported and stronger. But the benefit of this is to just be able to tear off a bunch like this. I'll finish tearing this off like that, so you can harvest them a lot better. One fun thing that I love is that the roots, I don't know if you can see, these roots are like kind of like a hot pink instead of white. But what you can see here is what I was saying earlier about the cotyledon. This is a cotyledon. I always say that they look like clovers or a little heart. This looks like a perfect heart, which is really pretty. That's the cotyledon. Now the first true leaf is this guy here, because it officially looks like a leaf. And that's the leaf. This is where it's starting to grow out to make the Kohlrabi, the radish leaf. And now what starts happening is some people say that microgreens are where the first set of cotyledons come out, or the cotyledon comes out and then the first set of true leaves. Or I think once you start getting into the second set of true leaves, because it's like another set growing out of there, then that's when it becomes a baby variety. Like if you take a baby kale or baby spinach, then, you know, and I'm sure that it's even just as good for that as well. So, you know, maybe even try that as an option. But they're still, the flavor is going to be great. Oh, and that's one thing, the cool thing is that it tastes just like its adult counterpart. So like the broccoli here tastes and smells just like broccoli, even though it's just the leaves and the little teeny cotyledon is really cute. So yeah, so that's when you'll be able to know and to tell, like, okay, I think these are about ready, so let me get them going. Anywho, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you feel so inclined, leave a comment. Your comments have been very great. Thank you for your comments. They're very encouraging and they help me to stay on top of making these videos. Also, you guys are asking some really great questions. You can leave the comments on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram. I've gotten a few direct messages on Instagram if you have questions that you'd like to leave about anything, growing, gardening, any of the systems that I use. And while I'm at it, don't forget to go ahead and follow me on Instagram at the Mocha Foodie Gardener. And as always, here's wishing you great eats and happy gardening. Be kind to one another.